Okay, so today, let's see what we're doing. We left some to-dos in here. Yeah, might as well figure this out and then do that. Okay, so the way I want to do this platform-specific code carding is I want to just take everything that is platform-specific, so like all of this. Well, the tests aren't platform-specific. Yeah, I guess this part. Yeah, I guess this part is platform-specific. Yeah, I want to take this out into a different file. So this is gonna be windows.t, like that. Apparently it's a module. Sure, why not? Module, something like this. Yeah, this is not supposed to be here. This is one of those platform-specific functions, so how we're gonna handle that, I wonder. Well, ideally, this module would not call into this module. It's always easier to organize this stuff when it's not, like when you don't have crisscrossing dependencies. Extern windows, module.advent windows. Yep. We do want to run tests, and that comes from import. That just comes from there, right? Yep, and this, like all these buffers, arenas, like whatever, that comes from that. What symbols do we have? Write to std out, which doesn't even really write to std out. It writes to the debug output right now. Yeah, I'm gonna remove all this Linux stuff. And I'm actually gonna remove this, because this code should only be compiled on Windows anyway. Yeah, this is getting removed. It's getting removed. This stuff should probably just go up here. If we don't, yeah, we might as well just import this, whatever. Yeah, I think we have all this stuff around here anyway. Import, yeah. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay, what's going on here? Well, here we have these write to std out functions, which is not what we want. Because they come from the platform, and we don't want this to be importing the platform. It just doesn't really make much sense for it to do that. Arenas, buffer, allocations, Okay, so global variables are imported. So that's interesting. Okay, line range, format. Like all this is just in-memory stuff, so this could be decoupled from the platform just fine. And of course we have this, yeah. But something's not compiling here because, oh yeah, right to STI. Alright, well, how are we handling this? So some of these functions return, well, so they are going to return different things. So I think this very clever metaprogramming thing, this right here, needs to oh, another to do. Embed input instead of like reading it every time. Because reading it every time just doesn't really make sense. Might as well embed it, right? So this needs to return the, so this would be what, long? This would be 2 longs. Oh god. What is it? Score part 1, score part 2. What's this? Also 2 longs. Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So obviously dub should, oh god, dub should compile that window. Well, let's see what happens here. Well, it seems to have worked, maybe. It seems to have just compiled it just fine. Okay, let's see if that actually worked though. I've got the debugger here. Let's go in main. Let's install, save, open, step in. Yeah, it seems to have worked. Okay, can we step in? Yeah, we can. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, well. So we're not gonna see any output because we're just calling these functions in this way. Well, I mean, right now we actually can. Well, can we? I mean, I think this is getting it's just unnecessarily complicated. So we could just call them like C style, right? Just year 2022 day 1. Input, like just write out the thing, whatever. you know. It's not that bad. Well, it's not, just string input is read entire file, that is the path. I mean, it's not even really, well, actually let's keep it like this. And just do that for the other ones. Day, yes, it's like day 2, day 3, probably remove that. Long result, write to std out, format result. Well, this would be, oh god, this would be a long 2 result. They just go long 2 result, format result 0, format result 1. Something like that. And it's exactly the same here. Long to result. Does it compile? Yeah. Okay, well, let's see, does that run? Right, it creates a window. Prints, it prints something. Well, we need. All right. Look at all this stuff. Look at all the DLLs that we're loading. Oh God. Why? Why are there 3 DLLs for the kernel? Why are there 2 DLLs for GDI? What? What does that even do? What's this? Is that CRT? Wait, so this is CRT and that is CRT. Crypt primitives. Wait, hold on, 4 DLLs. There are 4 DLLs for the kernel. Oh my god. Types, yeah, that's a DLL. That's worth it. Is another crypt, 2 crypt ones. Oh my god. Yeah, we need one of these. Yeah, so this is pretty much what we had before. Well, platform-specific code has been guarded. How would you change it so that it's different on Linux? I don't know. But, you know, maybe I'll never have to find out. I don't know. I mean, this works for me. Embed input. Well, you know what? Maybe we should do that next. Oh, God. What is it? Focus primary sidebar. Yeah, that is what I wanted. Well, can we close commits, I wonder? No. Oh, can we? No, we can. Interesting. Huh. Well. Alright. Yeah, well, it's just a new file. Here we just removed some things. No, actually, do we have Linux in here? No. Do we have version? No. Do we have version here? No. Okay. Yeah, so this is pretty much fine. Move platform code to a file. Oh god. Yeah. Let's see, is the binary file inclusion in this language? Do we have binary file inclusion? Or do we have to do something like this? Does that compile? No. Well, that makes sense because we need global memory for that. Okay, yeah, well, let's just see if it's, oh my god, if it's got dlang binary file inclusion. std file, struct file, including arbitrary files into the binary. Yep. Yep. You could write a D program that does all this in the build step. Hex string literals. This is the creator of the language saying that, yeah, just do this in the build step. Just do this in the build step. There's no binary file inclusion. Amazing. So if we wanted to embed input, we would have to do it as a... I mean, in this case, we could just embed it manually, right? We can just copy paste the string into like a file and then use that without ever having to read a file. So I should probably do that. This is kind of disappointing though. Input.d module input. Well, yeah, sure. And well, string year 2022 day 1 is, and it's some string. Well, I guess it's like input or something. Global. I mean, I guess this is just const or something. It's not going to be modified. I mean, strings are constant. Aren't they constant anyway? Const. I wonder if making it static actually makes a difference. Can we have multi-line strings? multi-line string. No. Multi-line string literals without line feeds. Yeah, with the little tildes. I mean, I guess... Well, let's see. Input that one. Like, it's kind of important to preserve these, like, line endings and stuff. So, I don't know. Oh god, there's 17,000 lines. I mean, it starts with a new line. Which is like, well, that's not really what the input starts with, right? Like, technically, like, it starts like that. And that's... Yeah, well, I guess this works. Maybe. Well, let's find out. So, string input is global. Well, I mean, we can just do global input year 21 and import input. Yeah. Okay, well, that seems to have worked. Maybe. 68802. Yeah, 688. Yeah, so that just worked fine. Alright. Well, let's do the same for the others. I mean, I kind of want a fast way to, like, jump to the end of the file. I mean, you can do that to jump to the end, so... Const string global input year 2022 day 1. Input... Well, day 2. Input day 2. Well, I mean, that's where it ends, really. Wait, that's the last one, right? And day 3. Yeah, that works. Alright, so we have... This function is not used anymore, but I think that's fine. We might use it later for something else. So input goes away. And the whole thing should still work and produce the same results. Let's see. Yeah, seemingly it does. Seemingly it does, alright. Well, that's it. Input is embedded. We're not really doing anything with the window, we're just creating it and showing it. Okay. Embed input. Alright, let's try to convert this stuff to W functions. Well, first of all, let's see if there are any specific ways we're supposed to handle wide string literal. Yeah. Yeah, this L string is what we want. I mean, that just works, does it? Um, so all you have to do is just declare it as a wchar array and it just works. Well, let's see. No? No, that does not work. That does not work at all. What? Well, you can cast it. Well, let's see what these things are. Class name, class name. Well, yeah, I mean, that seems to be what it is. I mean, it's a wchar. So if you cast it as a U16... Oh my god. It's 100, right? So... Oh god. Class nation. Can we like look in the actual memory, I wonder? Window, more memory, address this. Huh. Well, that does seem like a wide string. So yes, I mean if you compare it to this, can we get another memory window? Yeah. So this is wide and this is not wide. Yeah, so that actually does work. Huh. Well, the syntax is kind of scuffed, but at least it works. Okay, so this is gonna be a class W with all this stuff. This has to be a W. This is fine. This has to be a W. This has to be a W char array. Cast W char array. Yeah, this can be an A, that's fine. It's a debug only thing. This only support, well, I mean, this is gonna be like UTF-8, so yeah, that's probably fine. We know what files we're reading, right? And the whole ASCII, well, I mean, right now we're not reading any files at all, so we don't need to handle weird paths with non-ASCII stuff and well, let's see if that works. So if it works, we should just see a window, right? With the correct name. Okay. Yeah, with the correct title. And that's all that really needs to happen. So this window doesn't know about our UI scaling, so it's created much bigger than it should be. That's gonna be an interesting thing to handle. So for now, let's just make it smaller. Like 500 by 500. I could just make it full screen. Like a window with full screen situation. Maybe that's actually better. Okay, apparently this is 500. Wasn't it twice the size before? That's a little weird. Well, anyway, so this is it. I'm gonna be drawing stuff in there. Alright. Any more to-dos? No. Alright, so then this would be what? Convert window creation functions to white, to use white strings. Oh god, what did I just... Alright. So this is using white strings. Now... what else do we want to do? Maybe start actually trying to draw something in the window. I mean, really what should happen is we should like we should call these functions, right? And these functions should return some result struct. And then we should just like draw it out. Like instead of doing this, and this, we just draw it. We just draw it. So we need to go into a message loop. So maybe that's what I write here for. It's translate message, dispatch message. So it's like while get message. I mean, I mean, get message A I think will work for us. And of course we're gonna have to look at the documentation for that thing. Message window filter min filter max. I mean, this could just be a for loop, I think. For what is it? MSG. Well, I mean, for message. Message. What does get message return again? Terminal is non-zero. If there's an error, it's -1. Yeah, translate dispatch. Well, translate dispatch. Well, I mean, for now, we don't really need to worry about it. We don't even need the outer loop, we just need this. For MSG message. There, get message. Hwind 0, 0. And hwind is just that. Message. Okay, so what's this error? Oh god. Statement is not reachable. Yeah, I know. No, at default is 0. At default break. Oh god, what? Default break. Is it quit? Well, really what I want to do here is break the outer loop, right? Like, break this. Is there such a thing? D-lang break label? Statements break label. Break. Like break out a loop or something? Break outer loop. Like loops, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Main loop. Break main loop. Yeah, it's not bad. When we get the quit, we break the main loop. Well, yeah, it works. So that is the message. If so, if there is an error here, then we should just break main. Then we should break main loop, right? Because that means there is an error. It's -1. Yeah. I don't know why there'd be an error there. But sure, I mean, just in case there is, we're gonna handle that. Yeah, so this is probably good enough for now. So there's our window. We can't move it around. We can't interact with it at all. We can probably close it with like Alt F4. No, we cannot. We cannot close it with Alt F4. Alright, it's probably because some of our styles are missing things we need. So we just have overlapped, and that's it. What does it mean? This is a regular window style, right? What if we do overlapped window? Is that going to be enough to make us be able to interact with it? Well, it has these buttons now. We still can't move it though. We also can't resize it, apparently. And we also can't close it. Interesting. Is that because we didn't pass like app window somewhere? Do we need app window? No. Is that in the extended styles? Oh god. WS. WS X app window. I mean, there is also overlapped window, which is like different somehow. I mean, don't we already? Oh my god. WS X app window. Let's just see what this does. Well, it didn't do what we wanted to do. No, S X over. What if we do this? Yeah, that also doesn't make it interactable. Okay, so what is the exact arcane combination of styles that you need to pass to it in order to make it interactable? I don't think it's any of these. Well, it's not going to be disabled. Yeah, we already have this. Alright, let's look at an example. Martin's GitHub gists. D3, D11. Yeah. Create window. Okay, so this X style has, well, it has that, but that's a kind of a... so regular style is just overlapped window. X style is app window. So that and that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we're not doing translate message, dispatch message. That's right. We should be doing that. Now that's why we can't interact with them. That's yeah, of course. So the flags are actually fine. It's just like here we need to do translate because some messages, yeah, there it is. Some messages you see come in straight, they come in here, but some messages go into the window proc. But those messages that come in here, we need to send them to the window proc manually, which is what this is doing. Okay. Can we? Apparently we can't resize. Well, I mean, we can resize it, but like, oh, we can resize it, just not like this. Like this doesn't work, but this does. Why? What? Why? Why does this? Oh, it does work. It just doesn't always work. Oh, it's because we're not changing the point. Okay, then we need to fix that. Let's fix that right now. That's like one of these. Of course, we need to look up fucking documentation again. Which one of these is? That's in the class. Oh my god. Oh wait, we have the names here, right? Icon, class, menu, back, cursor. Oh my god. Okay, so how do we get the arrow cursor? It's called something like IDC arrow. Yeah, it's like IDC arrow, except you need to do something to make it work, I think. Like you can't just pass this. You need to like load cursor, I think. Load cursor A. Was it IDC arrow? Yeah, well. Okay, apparently we need 2 arguments. What are the 2 arguments? Instance. Well, we have that. Okay, what's wrong now? Apparently IDC arrow is a wchar. Well, okay. Let's see. Nope, that did not work. That did not work. IDC arrow. Alright, let's take a look at it. Make into resource T. What does this do? LPTster. Yeah, those aren't actually white strings though. Oh god. Those aren't actually white strings. Those like it's not a tchar. That thing, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's go in here again. Oh my god. So it doesn't make into resource, which just literally casts it as an LPTster. But that's a number, right? Word. Yeah, that's just a use. That's just oh my god, what is happening? That's just a U short. And apparently you can just, like, cast it. Oh yeah, because it's just a pointer, right? Cast... Can we just cast it to a void star? Like, that's, like, it's gonna interpret it that way anyway. Const... Cast... Char star... Yeah. What's wrong here? Okay, fine. I mean, yeah, whatever. Well, actually, you know what? Style number literals. Okay, yeah, that... D... Code D... We've got... Number literals. Yeah. I'll decide when to use underscores and when not to. Okay, well that also didn't work. Does it return H cursor? Return as null. H cursor temp is that. Null. Okay, so it failed. Okay. IDC arrow. Is there something wrong with this IDC arrow? Yeah. $32,512. Access is denied. Yeah, that also fails. Okay. Get last error. D-word error get last error. I think you can, like, format it. Add to watch. Format as. Let me do that. The specified image file did not contain a resource section. Is make into resource missing something? Cast wchar star 32512. Well, really? I mean, I'm guessing, like, we're just trying to go there, right? But I mean, that might not even be a legit memory address. 0x7f00. Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay, so make into resource. I think it's missing something. Like the way it's done here, all it does is just discuss to a string, and this thing is a tchar star. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's not actually what needs to be... happening there. Like, you don't just cast it like that. Oh god. Well, no, not there. Just anywhere here, like whatever. Okay, so this just does that, which is, I mean, it does seem to be what it's doing. Just cast this to a pointer. And that's it. That's a little strange. Just specify null as the instance? And then it'll just work? Yeah. Why? Why is it like this? Why is it always a struggle? Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah, this one we don't need. Yeah. Well, we have that at least. That's a good language feature to have. Actually, can we alter 4? Yeah, we can. And can we close the window? Yes, we can. Okay. Alright. Message. Okay, well, that's gonna be enough for today.